all day. Yeah, all right. Welcome to Comic guys. It's finally Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern. I just got home from work. I have my B12. I'm all fired up. Before I get into the panel tonight, which we got some Battle of the Brands already, week 1, Battle of the Brands, but we're going to get into the chat real quick. We got one of my favorite Archie and Action Comics legends. We got Mr. Gretzky 9966. And it looks like someone earned themselves a blue wrench. We got Comic Spectre in the chat. I think he might be here with us tonight.
What?
Next up, he says, "What ups? Live long and prosper." We got Steven Spock in the chat, guys. We're glad to have Steven Spock with us as we go through tonight. That's for sure. Next up, we got one of the people on the Comic Unlimited every other Wednesday night. JD Comics. Can't wait to hang out with JD Comics at C2E2 in just a matter of weeks now. It's March, guys. It's awesome.
20 days.
20 days till C2E2. So if you guys are going to C2E2, let us know. Put it in the comments. Put it on the comments in the rewind. We want to know, and we want to meet up and say hi. Next up, we got Mastodon Comics and Collecting. Always like seeing Don in the chats. Next up, we got one of the best. We got Joe Ryan Comics. This guy's putting out content every single day. So definitely check out Joe Ryan Comics. Not only is he funny, he's got great topics. He has some phenomenal production values, so check out Joe Ryan Comics. He's one of the best. Another good new person for the community. We got Chad from 90MF Comics. Always like doing his Tuesday show after my Tuesday show, just popping in and out whenever I want. But he has a lot of fun on his show, so definitely check out 90MF Comics. Chad, he's good people. And next up, he says, "Hey, we got Geek of the West. How is it going, Geek of the West? Glad to have you in the chat." Next up, from the New York Warriors, we got Joker M21, one of my favorite Warriors. He is always holding it down. He's been doing an awesome job moderating those Tuesday New York Warrior auctions, so we're happy to have Joker M21 in the chat. And I still need my gloves. We got Splash Page Comics, Mr. White Gloves in the chat. He says he made it. And hopefully no one has any matches, but we got one person in the chat. He's burning it down. We got Sam's Tangled Web, the architect. He says he made it. We are always happy to have Sam. And check out his 300 subscriber contest on his channel. And Bueller's nice enough to basically help him make that video. So definitely participate in Sam's Tangled Web's contest. You'd definitely not be disappointed. And we got Fire Davis in the chat. What is going on, Fire Davis? Happy to have you as always. And we've got Take the Time Collectibles. He says good evening. So definitely happy to have everybody in the chat. So
Take the time, baby.
Woo! We got a heck of a panel tonight. So unfortunately, we got a lot of people out sick. Bueller's in Hollywood or something. I don't know. He wanted me to just say, I think he wanted me to go maxprosupplies.com, order with the code word Bueller. That's Pueller, and save 10% off. That's maxprosupplies.com. So Bueller's not with us tonight. There you go, Bueller. You're welcome. And then Kat, Mark, they're out sick, and then Mark is out sick as well, and somebody else just got sick too. It looks like, dang, we're dropping like flies. So to help us out tonight, we got Comic Unlimited. So I'll just start by going down the entire panel, but I gotta start with my main man Chad. He didn't get a chance to say before I just went crazy as soon as I saw the live thing because it's been a long day, and I've been looking forward to this for the last 10 hours. So Chad, how you doing, man? I heard you had a long trip today.
I did. It started at 4 a.m. I was sitting on this giant Ferris wheel, and I was like, "Shit! I got a plane ride at 6." And then I went to the airport, and I missed a flight, and I ended up in Chicago. And then I'm here. I'm back from Vegas, and I survived. So
Nice.
Let's get it on. I got wet the whole 9.
Whoa.
Anyway, next up, I'm glad to have this guy. I owe him some comic books is all I know, but he is one of the best in the community. We got Comic Spectre with us in the panel tonight. How you doing, Comic Spectre?
Man, I'm doing great. This week has been really awesome for us, I feel, as the Comic Core. Wednesday was spectacular. Comic Core Unlimited. Man, I had an absolute blast with everybody over there. And moving forward to today and being able to be a part of this is just, it's like a dream come true, Seawood, to be here with you.
Yeah, like I said, the talent trade window, I think the window's still open. We won't close.
Is that what this is? Is that what this is, Seawood? Are you guys trying to shake it up? Oh,
I'll definitely be doing A show jokes all night. So welcome to the A show, guys. But next up, we got the host of the Beach. Sorry, I couldn't resist. We got the host of Comic Core Unlimited, one of the greatest new shows on Wednesday nights. We got John's Comics with Kids. How's it going, John?
I'm basically just the C Wood of that channel. Talk about B Squad.
I don't think we're the
me here, guys. I'm supposed to be subbing for Bueller, and I got a Bueller box, so we'll have to play around with the Bueller box a little later. That's my contribution to the night.
Awesome. I can't wait to see what Bueller sent you so we can nitpick it.
Nice.
Let Bueller know. But no, I do got to segue for a second to Bueller boxes because, man, that guy put on Instagram, he was like, hey, I got 40 boxes for sale, and gone. So big shout out to Bueller because he just can't stop selling those things.
No.
Next up in our panel, I just saw he came back. Hopefully he's ready to go, doing all that good stuff, has a good internet connection. We got JD Comics. What is going on, JD?
What's going on, everybody? I think I'm filling in for Paul because his whole family's sick. So, but you know, one golden age guy to another. And I have this on tonight after this. This is yeah, you expect to see some golden age stuff in that show. And a key. I promised a silver age key.
Very nice.
All right, awesome. Yeah, I'll plug. Was it Tony Sanders' channel this time? The Hunt. 11 o'clock Tony's at 11 o'clock Eastern. That is. Tony Sanders has The Hunt. It's also a very awesome show, so I recommend checking that out when you guys can. If you want to tune out from this, hey, that's fine too. But nonetheless, watch both because people have multiple devices. But next up, last but certainly not least, we've got. I don't even know the cat. Infinity Time World Heavyweight. I might just bump it back down to 16 times. Next up, we got the World Heavyweight Champion of WWE 2K19. He loves himself some R-Truth and all that good stuff. We got the Great Legend Show. What is going on, Great Legend?
It is great to be here live with the Comic Core with our unlimited, man. We got unlimited potential tonight because we got 3 of the best from the new show, Comic Core Unlimited. I'm just so excited. Let's get this party started.
All right, awesome. Before I go into everyone's picks of the weeks, I did want to kind of talk about next week. I believe we're having our first ever Comic Core auction. So that's next Friday. I'm assuming this time, if I remember right. So I guess I'm probably going to end up hosting my first auction. So I'm looking forward to that. I know Legend's looking forward to that. So,
if anybody wants to be on the auction, just get a hold of somebody and we'll find a spot. We don't have a time frame. It could go on for an hour. It could go on for, I don't know,
8 hours.
I think 8 hours is the max, right?
It's a marathon.
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll see. I don't know if it's going to be a 2-day thing or what. We're still kind of getting out the details, but nonetheless, you can expect 10 p.m. next Friday. Around this time, we'll be doing an auction on this channel. Whether it be 1 hour or 75 hours, and we break it up. We'll see. Who knows? You never know. As long as people are bidding, I suppose we'll still be here.
I have 12 long boxes that I'm getting rid of.
Whoa.
There you go. You heard it here first. 12 long boxes.
And and I can tell you, it's every
Turok one.
DC book and Marvel book from 2010 on.
It's a lot of books.
Wow. A lot of shipping.
Yeah.
I was going to say, just wrap them off. Just sell them as a box, and you don't know what's in it. Everybody gets a short box, 12 of them.
But there's some really big books in there too, like Miles Morales and.
Ooh.
I thought you meant like actual physically big books.
Yeah. Well, they are. They're like
huge books.
Huge.
For giants.
So maybe, Chad, here's what we'll try to do next week. We'll compile some of our lots and that stuff, and maybe on this channel we'll do an auction preview video. How's that sound?
That seems like a lot of work.
Okay, you won't see that. Never mind. You have to show up. I didn't say it had to be edited. But anyway, let's get back into the chat one more time because we did have a few people join us late. We got Jack Yo in the chat. Let's see who else. We got Double S. I always like seeing me some Double S. He says, what up, Comic Core? What up, everyone in the chat? We're up to the Corky Voice Seawooder19. Always like seeing Double S with a new nickname every single week in the chat for me. Sam Singlewood was wondering if Chad drunk dialed him last night on the Facebook gimmick.
It's always possible.
Yeah, it's probably possible. Here, finally, I've been waiting to say his name for a minute. I won't take a drink because I want my voice to be gravelly. We got Bake the Snake. What's going on, Bake? Always glad to see you. We got Not Part of Your Scene. He says 12 long boxes. Damn, that's 8 hours alone. So we'll see what we can do next week. We got fully funded on Kickstarter, I believe, a few months back. So once again, big congratulations to her. Samantha Branch is in the chat. I always like seeing her in the chat. We've been discovered. We got Discovery Bay Comics. He's in the chat. He's always doing excellent work for the community. We got Ed D. Always happy to see him as well. And we got Collectible Paper. He says, hello, everyone. And I think there's one. Oh, yeah, Comic Girl Ava. She says, hi, guys. So how's it going, Ava? Glad you could make it in tonight. All right, I suppose I'll go ahead and get started with my pick of the week. And it's a tough week to pick one, honestly, because it was a pretty strong week. A couple highlights for me real quick. Shazam continued to be pretty good. Dale Gilsham was back on most of the art this week, so it was a great-looking book. Fantastic Four, #7. You continue the Doom versus Galactus and the Fantastic Four storyline, so very much appreciated that. It's still cranking. Cover of the week, Batgirl 32. My pick of the week. I can't remember if I picked the first issue of this or not, so it might be 2 for 2 for this book, but I'm going to have to pick Buffy the Vampire Slayer issue 2. I've really been enjoying this book. I'm surprised by it. It's kind of like the Ultimate Spider-Man treatment of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, basically. So since it's moved to Boom Comics, they lost all of the Dark Horse continuity, basically. So they just decided to do a full reboot because of that. So this issue, you kind of get introduced to the new version of Cordelia, and then she finds the new version of Spike just creeping out in the woods. So you have a creepy scene between those two. And then you still have Drusilla and Anya fighting in the magic shop for some reason. We're still kind of trying to figure out why that's going on. And then poor Xander's just left alone. So poor Xander. But the main person who's missing from the storyline still is Angel. So I'm guessing they're saving something big for him. But nonetheless, I've really been enjoying this 2 issues in, I got to say. So, Chad, did you happen to get a chance to read anything? I know you've been in Vegas living the life, but I just didn't know if you had a chance to read any books this week.
I picked up some books on the way home. I literally got them an hour ago. I didn't get a chance to read anything, but I kind of want to. I do got a couple picks. So I read X-Force. This is continuing to be a pretty solid book. I'm enjoying this.
Nice.
Batman Beyond, the interior artwork on this is absolutely insane. I mean, I love it. Martian Manhunter is continuing to be really good. And what the hell is going on with this shit?
I don't know. I quit reading that way back when.
I mean, I don't understand it. Like, I feel like I need to go back to school and get my doctorate to maybe, like, it's trying to be too smart.
I think you're giving it too much credit.
Really? I mean, because I honestly, this is a book that has me thoroughly. I mean, John, your girls aren't in the room, right?
No. It's just me, brother.
This fucking sucks. And I have no clue what the hell is going on with this shit. Legend?
I will say that's probably going to be my pick of the week. So I'm on the other side of the coin. I know that Spectre and
you
this
can
is
explain it
to
me. I mean, I know you're a huge Lost fan.
So it's perfectly confusing in my narrative.
and I get
I don't mind deep reads as long as it's actually going somewhere. Yeah, I think he did.
I think he got so excited about Heroes in Crisis, he just crashed.
Yeah, couldn't handle it.
He'll be back.
He's a hero. He's a hero in Crisis.
Yeah,
there you go.
Hey, if he didn't come back in a certain amount of time, this stream goes off the air.
Oh man. Well, I will say, like, yeah, he's not here to hear it, but at the end of January, Alec and I, for the book club, didn't have any books we liked, so we did a recap of the month, and we both independently picked it as our favorite book of the month. The 2 issues that they dropped in January. It's complicated, and you got to like read each issue before you read the next one, and it's demanding. And I know that Jason and I have an ongoing joke that, like, when the 9 issues are done, he wants to do a debate of why is this worth your time or why is it complete garbage? Like, so I know that there are definitely polarity in the comic community on this one.
Yeah, I think that's how I feel about it too. Like, I think that it's one of those reads where it can go either way. You're not going to know until you get to the very end. Like it's really, it seems like it's a deep read, but you're not going to know until you get to the end, and then it's going to be like, okay, was it worth the journey? We'll see. You know.
That's a great way to look at it, and I think that's why I'm super pumped that he's willing to put his money where his mouth is on it and be like, I'm going to buy all 9. Like I'm not going to just complain about it and not read it. He's going to read all 9 and then sit down and show me why I'm wrong, which is awesome.
Nice.
All right, Spectre, was that your pick of the week, or did you have a different one?
Actually, I have a different pick. I'm not sure if this is of the week because, like, I was telling you off air. Like, I literally just got all my books like a day or so ago. But I'm actually getting back into Spawn.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
And I read this, and the Violator, man, I tell you what, he is turning into being something else in this title. And it looks like he's like changing, and Spawn actually has like a power too where he can turn into the Violator. So it's pretty cool.
Entry.
Yeah. It's actually turning. I think it's a good read. It's not super deep, but man, it's fun, and I was genuinely impressed by the artwork overall too. So I'm happy that I picked it up, and I think it's going to be a title that I'm actually going to stick with.
Yeah, they're leading up to 300 pretty impressively.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I mean, since 285 on has been just ridiculously good.
Mm-hmm.
And Spawn's a great character. So.
And then of course, as I was speaking on Wednesday, I'm working on the Court of Owls and City of Owls. So you know how that read goes. It's pretty in depth. So a lot of reading going on, but. For this week, I'd say Spawn's my pick. Definitely loving it.
Nice. Yeah, my other kind of pick of the week, I guess, because of Thanatos and Boy Who Had Seven, which is a new show with the Green Lantern Club. I've actually started to read the Green Lantern stuff along with them too. So I read Green Lantern Secret Origin. I'm like, oh man, I forgot how much I love this story.
Yeah, I reread mine as well. It was a lot of fun to read it again, and to see the stuff that he pointed out that I didn't catch the first time through, because I only read it the one time. So this was my second time reading it and kind of being able to like look back at like, oh, I've read all the way through up to Blackest Night basically, and I can look and see all the groundwork that was laid from the beginning.
Yeah, and I think I may actually be on the Rebirth show, which I'm really stoked about because I love Rebirth, but I think we're also reading Emerald Twilight, so it's going to be awesome. So I can't wait for that.
Went and picked this up.
Nice.
Oh, there you go.
Woo.
Have you read that yet?
Actually, no. This is still in the shrink wrap. This is number 2. I'm actually working on number 1.
Okay. I just didn't know if you had read it in the individual issues when it came out, or if you're reading it for the first time.
Reading it for the first time, and it's
nice.
Awesome read.
It's one of my all-time favorite runs, I gotta say. All right, Legend. What did you get a chance to read anything at all this week, or do you have a book you just want to talk about?
Before I hadn't read anything, right? But I went ahead and while Chad was talking earlier, I read Shazam 3. And no, it was really good. I mean, nice. It takes place. You got the King Kid, which is the leader of the Funlands, which is kind of like a place where it's all kids. Think the Pied Piper after he led the kids into that cave where there's all the rides and there's all the food.